Can you start by telling us a little bit about the settlement project for those who may not be familiar with it?
The settlement project was founded by Frank Kaufman 4 or 5 years ago. It was for the purpose to deal with what's happening right now in our society. There's a lot of dark ideologies going on. He's been able to really give an understanding of what wokeism is, which is basically, it's a flavor of communism. It's not communism. We don't want the academic world to misunderstand this. We'll look like fools. But it really is without heart. It's using those principles of division, of resentment, of resistance, and it's basically does not have a goal.
You recently held an event in Kona, Hawaii. What was the purpose of the seminar and what made this location significant for the project?
Yeah, it was to present the material settlement project is teaching. We know right now that under the new administration, there's an opportunity to explain what woke is about, wokeism, but not only can it happen in legislation, it's got to happen in our local communities, in our schools, and other areas in our society.
Beyond the seminar itself, what stood out to you the most about the experience you had in Hawaii?
Yeah, my personal experience, meeting a police officer where I was speeding, not too much, but where he actually said, "Your attitude was so good, I forgive it." But then he asked me about wokeism, because I told him that was my purpose from doing a one-day seminar, and he was so inspired, and he received the book, The Woke Ideology, the WIC Ideology, Woke Ideology, Critique, and Counterproposal, that you can get on Amazon.
You mentioned the incredible environment and its impact. How did the surroundings influence the conversations and connections during this event?
To be in an environment where it's so lush with nature and be able to be near water that is very, you could say, motherly. Dr. Kaufman and Dan Halal and myself, we went fishing just before, the day before, and we caught a 155-pound yellowfin tuna. And that was such a statement to be in that environment and to be able to, just a creative spirit. And we were able to give it to the community. They could all share, and of course, eating that wonderful fish. But the challenge that we had, oh my goodness.
Who were some of the key representatives that attended, and what role did they play in advancing the project mission?
Of course, the founder, President Dr. Kaufman and Hiroko, his wife, Jack Ashworth and Dan Halal from Southern California, the representatives there, Carl Hagan and Frank Perley from the East Coast, and then Marquise and Sumiko from Columbus, Ohio, and then myself here from Northern California. And most importantly, the Fruman couple, who hosted the event at the Hawaiian Queen Coffee Garden, which was a perfect place to be able to share this information, this understanding about wokeism.
One of the goals is to bring the settlement project into classrooms, police departments, and other areas of society. What steps are being taken to make that a reality?
Well, we do constant education programs, aligning with other groups. There's so many people who are really awake and really value our material, and we value their information. And just working together to really be able to create a better environment, society for how we're living now. Of course, my goal is to go to different sheriff departments and to be able to share, because we can see that with this woke mentality, it's really dangerous. And we know that law enforcement, they have to uphold certain laws and enforce them, and there are boundaries to life.
Given the current political and social climate, how do you see the settlement project evolving to create even greater impact?
Again, aligning with other groups that are like-minded. I mean, this is 100% what is needed. We all need to be on board. Right now with President Trump and this administration, they are setting forth legislation to be able to just knock out some of this nonsense. But we need to work from the ground up and work together to be able to inspire a more principled and more loving environment.
If there's one thing you hope people take away from this event and the work ahead, what would that be?
Freedom. To be able to experience paradise, to experience love through nature and through people's open hearts. It's something that you just want to live for. You want that to pass on. I have a grandchild, so I really want my granddaughter and everyone to be able to have a future where we can be free. We're born free. We're born from the divine, and we have a special foundation in America, different than others, not based on something negative, something positive. So what we need to do is to be able to bring this understanding to the schools, to society in general, to be able to make this world better as we improve on our own lives, as we understand the value that we are born in freedom, that we come from the divine.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.